Alvas Music's YouTube channel. This is Seth's Tone Zone. I'm back this week with a single pedal, not a ton of pedals like I've been doing shootouts with. Today I decided to try a brand new pedal from Wampler. It is the Wampler Pantheon Overdrive. Now, this is a pedal, I guess, Brian Wampler was in the works for over a year, I believe. To me, it's probably his best pedal I think he's ever made. And I'm sure he'd disagree with me, but I hope he's proud of it because this is an awesome pedal. To the point where I bought one, so it's a really, really cool overdrive. It is based off the ever controversial how do I put this? A lot of people have clones. This is not a clone. This is definitely way more than a clone. But in the early 90s, late 80s, I think it was early 90s, Marshall came out with a pedal called the Marshall Blues Breaker. And it was really popular, soft clipping, really nice overdrive circuit. At the time, considered very transparent before transparent was a thing. And it's kind of like synonymous in the pedal community, places like your page and stuff. They always talk about this being great. It was gigantic, though. It's this big old black thing. And there's been a few clones out there over the years. The very popular one is the JHS Morning Glory. But this one is different. His take... sorry. I forgot. Before I get into that. The other popular one is... Analog Man King of Tone. That's kind of where the, I don't want to say controversy comes in. It's nice to see another pedal on the market that's a little bit more readily available. Not trying to put down the King of Tone or anything, but I believe the waiting list is almost 2 years now if you want that pedal, because it's very limited on how he runs his business. Great pedal. My friend has one. I've tried it. It's really awesome. This is a lot different. It's got way more gain. And I mean way more gain. You can definitely dial it back and get more closer tones with the King of Tone, Blues Breaker, any variant you've ever seen, Morning Glory, all that kind of stuff. But it's got a lot more. So now I'll talk about the pedal. Wampler Pantheon. So let's see here. It has a volume, gain, presence, treble, and bass control. Very responsive controls. The treble and the bass are... you barely tweak it one way and all of a sudden, whoa, they're active. So it's very nice. If you're a tone shaper, you're going to love this thing. The reason I have the presence all the way down on this pedal is a lot of people's videos, they're doing this. Brian Wampler recommends that you start with your presence all the way down if you have a brighter amp, which we always use our V40 Victory Deluxe here, and it's very bright in nature, nice clean tone. Darker amps, that's when you can really start to mess with the presence control. A lot of guys use it. I will still demonstrate it and show you. It's just going to be, all of a sudden it's going to go way bright. But if you like that kind of sound, maybe it's for you with whatever kind of amp you want. It's such a tone shaping tool, this pedal, and tons of gain. The other two switches here are three-way toggle switches. This is where most of the work is going to be done. Sure, you could set it and forget it once you find a tone you like, but if you're like a tweaker, and I don't mean that kind of tweaker, if you like to fiddle with stuff and get all kinds of different gain levels and tones and stuff and clipping, you're going to love this thing. Overdrive voice is one of the toggles here. It's 3 different kinds of clipping. Down is going to be traditional Blues Breaker type clipping, which is soft clipping, which is a lot of overdrives, tube screamers, and all that kind of thing. Use soft clipping. When you flip it all the way to the top here, like I just did, it is hard clipping, so you're going to get some more low end and just drive. Other pedals like OCD, and I don't know, I can list a million, use hard clipping. It just gives you more edge, more rock edge. And then in the middle, it's a combination of both, which is nice. Other people have said it's kind of like you're scooping your mids a little bit. I agree to a point. But I like the clipping explanation a little bit better. It's just a little easier. You get a combination of both, so you get nice soft and hard clipping. So That's with that. And then we have a 3-way gain level. On the lowest, all the way down here flipped, it is the lowest amount of gain, which is more true to the original Bluesbreaker pedal. The King of Tone is good to use as an example of this because there's a lot more options on the King of Tone. When you go inside the pedal, there's dip switches, there's a presence control, which I like that Brian Wampler brought that out up front. There's no hidden controls. And when you mess with some of the dip switches on a King of Tone, you can get more gain, kind of like this. But this is just, I can't explain how much more gain. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so all the way down, the lowest amount of gain. When you flick it all the way up, it's medium gain, pretty high gain overall, because the gain control itself is very responsive, whether low or high, even set with the toggle switch. And then in the middle, it's the highest amount of gain you're going to get. And it's a lot. So I might as well get right into this thing. Today I'm playing a beautiful Suhr, I still forget the name right when I said it. Suhr guitar, classic custom. It has a roasted maple neck, which is really nice, kind of like our other one did. It's very 80s. I like it. It's sparkly. Two, I think they're called Aldrich humbuckers, which are pretty high gain. As far as DC resistance, I think they're like 17, 18K. That's a lot. But it doesn't show when you play it. It's very voiced, like a hot PAF or something like that. It's not too crazy. I kind of had to tame the amp a little bit, make it cleaner, because it's going to drive it a little bit harder. Basic volume and tone. I'm trying to figure out what color it is. It's like a black sparkle. It's pretty cool. Pal Ferro neck. Locking tuners. It does, don't have the bar on me right here, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, like I said, V40 Deluxe going through, SM57 mic, same old setup. Here is my clean tone on the bridge pickup. So it's pretty clean. I want to make sure the pedal does the work. This thing is great with dirty amps and with clean amps. So I might mess with the amp a little bit if I can set the volume right to dirty it up a little bit. But there's so much gain on tap on this pedal, it does all the work. So anyway, I have it both switches down, so soft clipping, and the gain level is pretty low. I just want to show that, you have this thing at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you're still going to get a pretty good amount of gain. I think I had too much coffee right now. I'm like speeding ahead of myself. There's the clean. Here's the Wampler Pantheon Overdrive. So that's pretty low gain. That's typical, normal Bluesbreaker amount of gain. Probably, you can get a little bit more when you crank the gain on a Bluesbreaker, but nice soft clipping. But I'll show you how responsive these controls are. Like, this thing has a ton of bass on tap, more than you would ever need. It can get a little flubby. Let's turn the bass up. That's nice if you have a very bright guitar, bright amp. You can really mess with that thing, but that's a ton of bass. I mean, gosh, I'll put it all the way up just for the heck of it. I could fill it more in the room, but and that's a bridge pickup. I mean, neck, it's going to be... Sounds so muffled. Anyway, so it's more than enough bass that you'll ever need. I like it, and a lot of people on other videos like it. Back around 11, 10 o'clock. It's just nice. Treble, of course, is very responsive. You put it back. But like neutral, a lot of people would like. Watch this, like, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the video as much as I do, but just barely tweaking it. This is all the way. It's not even that shrill, really. It's really nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it around 1 o'clock. Maybe because I feel like I'm driving. 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. You know, tailor it to any amp you got, any kind of setting you got. I'll show you the presence control just to show you. It's going to get kind of bright. But if you got a darker amp, it'll really even out nice. I mean, gosh, let's just do the extreme anyway. It's going to get trebly. It's still musical. Maybe for your neck pickup. I like that. Still, I kind of like to use the settings. I want to make this thing drive. So I've been on low gain, low clipping on this one. I'm going to keep it and the gain level down, but I'm going to switch the overdrive voice now to show you guys. So the next, that was soft clipping. Here is hard clipping. It's going to have a little bit more edge to it. Actually, if anything, I really hear more. All of a sudden, a little bit of low end came through, a little less high. So watch, so here's that soft again. Well, yeah, I want to show off when the lowest gain level, but when you crank this gain, you get a lot more. I like that, very open, not so compressed. Here's the gain all the way. Can compensate a little bit, sorry. Bring it back here and kind of keep it here for a while at 1 o'clock. So here's that hard clipping at 1 o'clock, lowest gain. So each time you mess with some of these switches, you're going to have to compensate your volume a little bit. It's normal in every pedal until you kind of get your levels right. So as you can see, hard clipping, a heck of a lot more compressed now. Kind of, the sound got very squeezed. More rock. Special there. That's cool though. Like I said, different eras. This is super 70s sounding. Sounds like a giant Marshall on steroids kind of. For a pedal, I'm very impressed. Very amp-like. Let's see here. So I'm gonna give you both now. Hard. See, I got a lot of stuff I gotta remember to say. Hard and soft clipping together. I can see what they mean by the mid scoop kind of. It's your highs and lows are there. So still not like overkill gain. It's nice. It's a very good amount. I forgot I'm still in the low gain setting. I mean, gosh, it's so much. Back to soft clipping. I'm going to show you the next gain level, which is your medium amount of gain. Compensate a little bit there. Oh, if I had a whammy, I could do some cool stuff. Anyway. Ooh, brought in that presence, all of a sudden, like, my highs came back. So, to me, I understand where Brian Wampler's coming from. All of a sudden, it's like it completely changed the character of the pedal to almost when I feel like when you bring that presence in, it sounds more like a pedal and not like an amp. If you know what I mean. Do you agree? I keep getting all these nods from Zach. I gotta ask him now. Do you agree with what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just something that kind of gets more of that amp quality. I like it though. And that's soft clipping. Crazy. Hard clipping. Play with this thing all day, seriously. Here's the highest gain level soft clipping. So turn the gain up a little bit to show you what it can do. That really punches you in the gut there. But you can really hear the clip in there. It's not so aggressive. And when I go to high, you know, it's a lot of lows in there. Mess with the treble a little bit. Throw back that bass. Highs are back. And then in the middle, you're going to get the most compression, mid-scoopy. Too much fun today. Show you a little bit of neck pickup with the gains back to just show you what it can do. It also cleans up really nicely with your volume control. Just a little bit of gain there, you know. Full on here, you get that nice. Volume back. That's extremely useful when you're, you know, full gaining it out again. Full gain is not going to clean up as much. To be honest, it's with that much gain. I can't believe there's that much gain in the Blues Breaker circuit. I've heard a lot of Blues Breaker pedals, and never has this been this much gain. It's really a distortion pedal almost. It kind of turns into it. Anyway, that's enough about this pedal today. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back next week with something new, hopefully. I think I want to do an amp review. We got a brand new Mesa Boogie amp in, and I think it's about time I review it. So do a little something different. I don't always have to do pedals, even though I love them. It's my life. If anybody knows me and you come in and shop here, I'll talk your ear off about pedals for hours. I can convince you to buy something you don't even want to buy. A little bit. Gosh, I'm getting cocky now. Anyway, Wampler Pantheon, come check it out. We got one at least left right now at Alvas. We had two, but I bought one, so I'm sorry. Check it out, along with other Wampler pedals and every other brand under the sun. So Thanks for joining me. I will see you guys next week.